Welcome back to Somebody's Heroes. My name is Yuri and I will be your game master for Hellbound. But today I am here with Andie.
Hi, my name is Andy. My pronouns are they, any, and I'm very excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you here. So, we start this vignette not with Andy's character, but with a man who is nearing the end of his life. He is old, aged, not just in body, but in mind. He is tired, despite it being his choice that he's still in this lab at 4 in the morning. Everybody else left, went home a long time ago. It's been a couple of hours that he's been here by himself. And despite him being so tired all of the time, he cannot sleep. He had an idea, and he knows that if he does not attempt it right now, it will flee him, and writing it down will do no good. And he grumbles as he's going around this lab. Panning out, we see a machine, a very large machine in the middle of a room. It is white, it is gray, made of equal parts metal and stone, with carvings on the stone bits. These are magical engravings carved right into the stone that make up this machine. Pieces of metal, a giant cylinder. We cannot see what is inside. We see these tubes connecting to vats hanging from the ceiling on the walls. Light, liquid, gases. They've been at this for years, trying to make something that was sustainable, trying to make something that could help the world replace the energy source that it lost 23 years ago. And this man had an idea. And why couldn't he have had this idea in the middle of the day instead of right now? He swaps out some of the stones at the foot of this machine and puts in new ones. He doesn't have to ask permission. He's the lead in this project, and the rest will figure it out and write it down when they get here in the morning. It's fine. He backs up, goes to a console, a stone tablet with more of those magical runes etched onto it. And he sighs. Why couldn't he have had this during the day where he could have had the other fledgling researchers move all of these things for him? But alas, it is now or never. Either it works or it doesn't. And then he can go and lay down and sleep like he's supposed to be. Or try to, at least. He puts both of his hands on the stone tablet and begins to channel his magic into it. The runes light up. These lines of light flow from the tablet down into the ground, following these lines that have been inked on the ground, almost like a magical circle. Imbue themselves into the runes on this machine, and we hear a noise, a whirling, That's what machines do. That's what it's done every time. We see some of the liquid in these vats bubble, some of the gases go into this opaque chamber. Something comes out, and it cycles faster and faster, and the whirling speeds up. And we can see from the cracks on this container light flashing, and every color of the rainbow. And the man who looked so disinterested, just one more thing to do before he forgot, looks up. And for the first time, we see a glimmer of something else in his face. Worry, excitement, it's hard to tell. As it goes faster and faster, and the symbols then begin to also flash in all of these colors, and the whirling becomes loud and deafening, and he looks down at the tablet and thinks for a moment about turning it off. He doesn't want to break it, but before he can siphon the magic out to shut it down, a blast. And this man is thrown back onto the ground, covering his ears, attempting to cover his eyes. This is a blast of not just energy, but a blinding light. And the ringing in his ears, and his vision is blurry. He tries to look up from the ground. And this machine is on its side. The blast having blown the top off of it. These vats that were connected to it no longer connected, ripped from pieces of the wall and the ceiling. And as his vision clears, there is just still so much light, and it slowly begins to dim and coalesce into something. This man gets up from the ground with a groan and a crack, and he walks closer. What does he see in front of him?
He sees the light as it begins to coalesce, reveal the cracked stone, the bent metals, the shattered glass. It begins to shrink smaller and smaller towards a center component of the machine, some long reforged thing. And as the light begins to shrink into that, for a moment, it sputters, gone, before bursting back to life in a formation that almost looks like a hand. This component tears itself from the center of the machine as the hand connects into energy, forming an arm, then a torso, a leg, a head, as this creature crawls out of the machine, forming this humanoid shape made entirely of energy, itself cycling through this central component. As it clangs and taps on the floor walking forward, it begins to move towards the researcher.
And this man stumbles back, having just stood up, and he backs away in fear. He expected the machine to either do something or do nothing, but not this. not whatever seems to be coming towards him. And he begins to back away, wide-eyed and clearly afraid.
The creature continues lurching forward, but with a stumble, it shrinks even smaller. The energy forms into the shape of a much smaller humanoid. As it takes a step, it grows a little bit taller. 2 more steps. It's about the same size as the man, sort of moving away from it. A few more steps, it holds on to the staff, weary, tired. A few more steps, and it stands up a little straighter. It turns its featureless head, sort of looking side to side before looking down. And in a few more steps, as it finally reaches the man, it bends down, and the whir of energy sounds like static. It slows down, and then it begins to sound like several people of different ages speaking at the same time, very quickly turning into nonsense. It slows down even more, and words begin to form. A voice begins to vibrate out of the mass of energy. And as it kneels down towards the man trying to get away from it, the facsimile of a hand reaches forward. And I think the first words that are made known and are made heard are, are you okay?
This man's eyes were already so wide with fear as he got closer and his back against the wall. He's not a fighter. He thought, this is it. This is finally the end, and then I can naturally sleep. But when you lean in and he recoils, then you speak something he can understand. And he looks at you wide-eyed, not in fear, but in surprise and shock. And it takes him a couple of beats before he can stammer out a response. As you two are just there making eye contact, if you had eyes. But he just gazes upon you. I, and he looks around. There's nothing he can use as a weapon. You took the only one in the room. It was attached to the machine. It was a conduit. He looks up at you, closes his eyes for a bit, and opens them again, and decides, well, if this is how it is, then there's nothing I can do about it. He raises his hand and takes yours. What does that feel like?
To my character, to whoever they are, as they hold this hand, it feels like holding their own hand. There's memories flooding through whatever the equivalent of a mind is, and it's flashes of a long life, of days sort of cycling into each other, moments of seeing this hand when it was smaller, to seeing it in the form it takes now. And as all of these sensations sort of rush through the mind, it's like seeing It's like seeing your reflection again for the first time, except now it's in entirely different colors.
And what does he feel as he takes your hand?
I think it feels warm.
He wasn't expecting it to feel warm. He doesn't know what he was expecting it to feel like. He was half expecting his hand to go right through you, and is even more surprised when it doesn't. And the energy you are made of holds form, and grasps his hand as he uses you to pull and stand himself up slowly the second time. A couple more cracks here and there as he stands up, and he looks at you, realizing you're the same height. Looking into your face. Are you going to kill me now?
No, I wouldn't kill my. I wouldn't kill you. You wouldn't.
Where did you come from?
I came from home. I had an idea and I needed to finish it to. I. I came from the machine.
And he looks around again, wishing there was literally someone, anyone else to see this, to prove to him that he's not going crazy with lack of sleep, with age, with whatever it is. And he sees that the machine is broken, and the stone and the runes in it flicker still, just the ones closest to you. And he doesn't know whether he should back away from you still or not. You don't sound threatening, but you're not supposed to mess with elementals, devils, beings from other dimensions, and he still does not know what you are. I think after some time, it becomes clear to him upon continuing to speak with you that you are not going to kill him, just like you said. And it becomes clear to him that you are not a threat, that he still doesn't know exactly what you are. And he beckons you to come with him, and is half expecting you not to, but you do. And that brings him more surprise. And we go through time. A couple of days turn to weeks. His boss, Lady Morwen, has been made aware of your existence. And you don't know this, but there are lists of experiments, of things to ask, to run, to figure out. They learn the gist of what brought you into this world. And unbeknownst to you, they are working on attempting to bring more of you. Not being very successful. But you find yourself weeks later, a couple of months, in a room that you've seen every single day for the last week or so. It is a room with 3 walls and a glass wall that you know someone stands behind. Batman. You've learned his name because you came here knowing his name. Non-Soma Numa. This man sits behind that one-way glass, watching you interact with various objects. It's different every single time. Every day they bring different objects, sometimes even small animals. You aren't sure what they want out of this. And he speaks to you through that wall. Well, now, what do you think of when you see that little creature and you see in front of you is something akin to what we would call a squirrel, though not quite. It is the size of a small dog. It has a larger, bushier tail. And it looks friendly.
I think it's really cute. I wish it would stop trampling my. I wish it would stop trampling your flowers. Could you come in here? We could take a look at it together.
There's silence. Behind you, you see notebooks, pens, writing utensils, all blank. Well, and what do you think of when you see those behind you?
They look great to write in. Maybe draw something. I could write my. You could write your lists on them. I think that could be something that you could do with them. I could write your list for you. Do you want to tell me what it is? I'll write it for you. Then ship it through the door.
How do you know all of these things? Every time, no matter the object, you tie it to me. But I have not told you any of this.
I remember it. I remember you complaining about this thing trampling through your flower bed that one time. I remember you needing to buy more paper so you can write more of your lists that you keep in the morning, and I know that you've started writing them on both sides of the paper so that you can save money on that. I remember it.
Remember. Do you know everything? Is it because I held your hand?
No. I was looking at the machine, and the machine suddenly started whirring louder than usual. I thought about turning it off, but I didn't. And when I opened my eyes again, I saw that I saw you on the floor, and I was wondering if you were okay.
There is silence, this time much longer than the first. All right, well, this next one. You tell me, what do you want to do for our next activity?
Can I leave the room? Can I go outside? I'll go with you. I don't have to be by myself. You can keep an eye on me. we can go to that one shop that you like. I know you like the bread that they sell there. I know you buy it all the time. I know you haven't bought it. Well, I guess I don't know if you haven't bought it recently. I've been in here, but we could go get that. I'd like to taste that again. Well, I guess I can't, but I'd like to.
To taste the bread from my memories.
It doesn't have to be that one. I'd like to go. Well, I can't do that. I can't eat anything, but I could go outside. I could go to that park. I could go to that park you like. I could go. I could go back. I could go back to your home. I could wait in there. I could clean it up. I can sweep the floors again. I could clean the counter. I could wash the dishes. I could fix that creaky door that I've been meaning to fix. I could fix the bed that you never have time to fix. I want to clean those things. I want to fix that door. I want to help you fix your bed. I want...
You hear the door to the room click open, and he steps inside. Closes the door behind him and comes to sit next to you in front of that desk of papers. Yes, well, all of those things are a bother, but I never, well, don't have the energy to fix or clean any of them now. Perhaps, yes, perhaps I will bring you along. It's been weeks and you aren't... Well, no matter. I will ask and do the paperwork, and you will come with me tomorrow.
Yes, I'd love to do that.
And we see he leaves. You spend your night how you always have, but this time with something to look forward to. We see you again in a home with this man. Well, we are here, and you said you wanted to do some fixing, so I suppose that is what we can do today. Yes?
Yes. I know exactly where you keep everything. Don't worry.
And he watches you, still observing and not meddling, letting you do whatever you want to do here today. You see him sometimes writing things down, but he doesn't interrupt, and he will make light conversation if you speak to him. How do you spend your day?
I think that they spend their day doing exactly what they said. They spend it fixing the bed, doing the dishes, tightening the screws on that one creaky door, and if I could, I think on the paper or the clipboard or notebook or whatever they're writing on, as they continue writing on it, we see graphs, numbers, we see charts, but we also see attached a page from one of the notebooks in the room earlier. The only page that the Perpetual Energy Reactor Circuit 1 wrote is snuck into the pages of this book, and it reads the words, "I want to live."
And you spend your day with him doing what you want to do. Him surprised at discovering that you are not merely a copy of his memories, but have wants of your own. And the rest of those couple of days before Mistress Morwen comes back from her travels are spent much the same. Him walking with you outside of the facility and outside of that observation deck, seeing what else you want and exploring that with you. And he asks you to make a list for him of the different things that you want to do, so that you can go through them and hopefully he can discover more. He gives you some more paper. You have 3 days left on your own with him, and he wants to spend them well. He gives you a writing utensil. Now you, on your own small bed at his home, on your own small desk next to that bed. And what do you write there?
Knowing that it's only a few more days left, I think they write all the things that they can't do. They write, "I want to eat that bread again. I want to sleep in the bed that I have. I want to wake up and not want to leave the bed. I want to wake up and have to make breakfast. I want to clean outside when the leaves start to fall. I want to shovel the snow when that comes too. I want to water the plants when they bloom again. I want to live."
And once you are in your room resting, he holds that note that you wrote up and reads through the list that you made, seeing that last sentence again, the same one that you wrote days ago in that observation deck. And he takes it with him, tucks it into his robes, and leaves, going to find someone. And you are there, resting, no longer in the institution, but in a home of a man that you've come to know, of a man that has come to know you. The next time that we see you, well, that'll be some time from now. And I think this is where we'll leave you for today.